Hi guys, the Triton Super High Roller Series 2019, this time in London, continues to amaze us with amazing hands between some amazing players. This time now, we will have a look at a pretty sick hand between Daniel Cates and Paul Fuhr. Let's go. You see, the blinds are 60, 120k, so Daniel Cates starts this hand with roughly 23 big blinds. And he finds ace-jack offsuit in the hijack, which is a pretty easy open here. You see also we're already at the final table. The field is down to 9 people out of 130. Paul Fuhr now in the cutoff with 33 big blinds. I think it's actually a close one. He should probably fold it sometimes as well. To set mine, you should have at least like 20 times, mostly the amount that the opponent raised. And as you see, Cates opened to 250k, so it should be more around 5 million, but Fuhr only has 4 million, so in the long run, this call would be minus EV. However, Fuhr makes the call, and yeah, we see almost a flip, of course. Now, that's what we call a pretty sick cooler for Fuhr. Yeah, he is a businessman, but he really knows how to play poker. He's a good player. And yeah, so let's see how this works out. So Cates flops trips with a pretty good kicker, and Fuhr just flops the full house. And yeah, we can be pretty sure that there will be some action involved now. You want to play in a real money tournament with a real prize pool without investing anything on your own? This is your chance now. We, the Poker Academy, are running an exclusive $1,000 free roll, and you are more than welcome to join. Just to give you a few details, the tournament will not last longer than 3 hours. As said, there will be a $1,000 free roll, meaning the winner will get at least $150, and nobody will be leaving this tournament empty-handed. To join the tournament, just hit the link in the description below and start playing. So Cates goes for the roughly a quarter c-bet, as we've seen in other videos as well. That's been quite the common bet now. It's been going away from betting a third to betting 25%, and a lot of solvers also tell us that that is the way to go for now. And yeah, of course, Fuhr just called. He does not need to have, even if Cates has an ace, he wants him, of course, to barrel with other stuff as well. And yeah, there's only, I think the only cards on Turner River that would be a bit annoying for Fuhr would be overcard, like Broadway cards most of the time. I mean, even if Cates has kings or queens or so, he would probably feel rather comfortable with his hand still. And yeah, in this way, it's just a pretty sick cooler. So this one is even better for Fuhr, as Cates can't really do a lot. We see he only has twice the pot left as well. He goes for a third, so he chips it up a little bit here. And yeah, I think that Fuhr will still just call here. By raising, he would just fold away all the bluffs that Cates might have, and also a lot of his, as I said, just if he has some pairs, kings, queens, jacks, tens, stuff like that. If Fuhr raises, raise on the turn would look really strong, so he would just scare them away. So yeah, as said, just a call, totally fine. And yeah, that should be a safe river for Fuhr as well on the river. And as we know, it is a safe one. So he still has the full house, has the best hand, and yeah, Cates only has less than pot behind, so we might see Cates just put it in here. He could think, though, that, yeah, as you see, there were 2 hearts on the flop, so maybe that Fuhr is on some kind of a flush draw, for example, so he might decide to just go for a smaller bet to, yeah, maybe even induce some calling there or some bluff on the river if needed. And yeah, he should feel really comfortable with his ace-jack. Of course, also Fuhr can sometimes just flat ace-queen there, maybe even sometimes ace-king. But also stuff like ace-10 suited, maybe even ace-9, ace-8 suited, stuff like that. So all of that Cates will be ahead of. of course not ace-9, but all the rest. And by betting smaller, he could get calls from all those weaker aces. And now we see Dan Cates, he bets 650k, which is again roughly a third. It's a bit less than a third actually. And yeah, we might see some Hollywooding now here from Paul Fua. Looking at the chips of Cates, of course, he probably was a bit surprised that there is no all-in from him or so, because he thought Cates would not have that many chips left. So he was just making sure if he moves all in now, how much he will shove it. And yeah, it's not as easy as an online tournaments where you can just see the chip stacks. You just have to take care of that yourself in this case. So you have to see how many chips the opponents have. And yeah, if they help you, they might have stacks of 10 or 20s, so it's easier for you to figure out how many chips they have. But in general, it's a bit harder. And now he decides to go all in. Uh, I think like pretty well played, and let's see if Danny Cates can somehow get away with off that hand. Again, let's go through some stuff. I mean, we can expect Fua to not bluff here at all. So what can he actually have? So yeah, there's just not that many combos. But again, what would he bluff? There's almost nothing that he would bluff. So it's just a case if he thinks that Fua does that with a weaker ace, which he probably will not do a lot of times. So yeah, we can think about 3s, 6s, 9s, of course. Maybe ace-9 could be a thing. Maybe sometimes even ace-3, ace-6 suited that he would call there in the cutoff. So yeah, again, even if you would be in that position, you see, oh god, I have trips with a decent kicker. He called me twice and then goes along the river. What do you actually beat? And again, it would only be like some weaker aces, but would Fua really shove that on the river? I would probably think he would go for a race on the turn then. So don't though there are not a lot of combos. He might do it with ace king because he would have the best trips possible. Maybe ace queen and we don't beat that. And yeah, then again, would he go for bluff here? We see that Cates bets 650k and now has 1.2 million left only, and there were now roughly 3 million in the pot. So he knows that he should be calling almost all the time. So therefore, it's even more unlikely that this will ever be a bluff in some way. So yeah, now it's just a question for Dan Cates if he's able to fold that hand. And I think he probably had somehow the same thought process. There would just never be a bluff, or there can just almost not be a bluff for him to have here. And again, so yeah, really tough decision for Dan Cates. We know, of course, that it's the best thing to fold just here. But yeah, let's see if Dan Cates is also possible. And Fua does some talking here, by the way. He's really comfortable. I mean, he always looks comfortable. For him, it's just a nice little game. 100k is not a lot for him. He's a businessman. He makes more money with his business anyway. And yeah, he's just a happy guy. Really chatty most of the times. And yeah, Dan Cates has put the decision. It's been quite some time already here with him in the tank. Wonder how many time bank chips he's got left. And yeah, while Dan Cates is thinking about this, let me tell you about. Nope, there's the fold. Good fold. Really, really good fold by Dan Cates. Again, as I said, that's really hard because he can't really have anything else than a really good hand. But still, it's so hard after already putting in half your stack. But he makes the right fold, and yeah, that's it for today's hand. Thanks for watching it. Make sure to subscribe our YouTube channel and all our social media channels on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and whatnot. Also, if you follow the link in the description below, you can join our Academy of Poker. We have awesome training articles. We have a lot of training videos from me or from other coaches like Leo Don Leon, for example. So you can learn a lot of things. And yeah, thanks for watching again. See you next time. Bye.